Okay, our topic is opinion, suggestion, agreeing, and closing in meetings. Let's check. Let's see this picture. In a meeting, you and Tim have a time to sharing session, idea or opinion. There are three kinds of opinion. The first, asking for opinion. The second, giving opinion. And the last, responding to opinion. No, let's learn the first about asking for opinion. There are many phrases you can use in asking for opinions. The first, what do you think about that? Or you can say, would you like to give us your views on this? Or would you like to comment there? Would you like to comment that? Or you can say, do you think we should? Blah blah blah. You can add additional information in this blah blah blah. For examples, do you think we should do a big search for you? Or do you think we should send email the presentation to anyone? Or you can say, do you think we should use in a new technology? Okay, this is some useful phrase asking for opinions. Now, in a business meeting, it has time for giving opinions. There are some useful phrases. I don't think we should. I don't think we could. I don't think we ought to. We could. We perhaps. It might be a good idea to. Don't you think we should? In my opinion, in my view, we should. This is the blah blah blah. You can add additional information. For instance, number one, I don't think we could reduce our college in pandemic era. I don't think we should reduce our colleagues in pandemic era. And the second example, we perhaps do meeting people online. We could do meeting people online. Or the next example, it might be a good idea. It might be a good idea to make sure that all departments understand the key deadline for implementation. Or don't you think we should? Don't you think we should need to appoint technical experts? And the last, in my opinion, in my view, we should give them extra responsibilities during this period. Okay, this is the some useful phrase in giving opinions. You can use in business meeting. The next type for opinion is responding. Responding, you can say, I can see what you mean. I can see what your point. Or that's a good idea. Or that sound good. That sound fine. I agree, I am not sure, I don't think that would work. Okay, this is the useful phrase for respond to someone's opinion. That's a good idea. I'm not sure, I agree. The next tips, giving your opinions in international meetings is important. It makes people notice you and it gives you a reputation. How you give your opinion is important. It decides if your reputation is good or bad and if you will increase your influence or lose it. Here are tips to help you give opinions and increase your influence in international meeting. The first, know what you want to say. Make sure you have a good reason to say something. Say it because you think it's useful contribution to the discussion. Don't say it because you are angry or because you want to prove a point. The second step, focus on action. You want to change the way people think or what they do? Say the point you want to make simple and clear. Focus on what you want people to think or to do. Then say why they should think or do it. The next step, be objective. Always remember there are two sides to any discussion. Don't assume your view is the only one that matters. Be prepared to recognize both sides of an argument and state your position. The fourth slide, focus on the problem, never the person. The step, focus on the problem. Don't insult, blame, or complain. Be objective. Be fair. Focus on the facts as you see them. If you do this, more people will agree with you. The next tips, don't judge. If you want to express an opinion, you can say, I feel this is wrong. Don't say you are wrong. It means don't judge. The next tip, show respect. Respect the other person if you disagree with them. If you are wrong, be prepared to concede your point politely. Never agree. The next tips, be calm. A calm is your tone of voice. Not too emotional, not too fast, and respect your audience. And the last tips, be consistent. Be consistent, it means don't change your views or your principle. People will respect if they know your principle and your approach. They won't respect you if you change your view all the time. However, if you do change your view, say so. Okay, this is these tips to you give opinions. The next about suggestion. And for suggestion in a meeting, what should you say? You can say, what about if you? Why don't we? I suggest that we. Let's us. couldn't we come? For examples, what about if you had a letter explaining our position? Or you can say, why don't we contact a few alternative suppliers? Or couldn't we come? Couldn't we come to the office at the weekends? Or you can say, let us have to start work earlier than planned. I suggest that we ask for another meeting this supplier. Pay attention to the underline phrase. Couldn't we come? Let us. I suggest that we. Why don't we? What about if you? That is the expression phrase for suggestion. How about agreeing, strongly, agreeing tentatively. Let's see agreeing. I think you are right. I think you're right. That's right. Agreeing strongly. Absolutely. I think that's fantastic idea. I agree completely. Yes, that's definitely true. Agreeing tentatively. I think what you're saying is true up to a point. I suppose that might be true. I guess I see what you mean. This is the example sum agreeing strongly, agreeing tentatively. The last about closing. In a closing a meeting, a chairman or a chairwoman can say, I declare the meeting closed. The meeting is finished. We'll see each other next time. We will. Will is mean we will. Or the chairman, the chairwoman can say the meeting is closed. These are the 3 examples for closing a meeting. Now it's time for listening. The next slide, you can hear some native speakers. Listen carefully.
Track 44. How to agree strongly.
Absolutely. I quite agree with you.
How to disagree.
I agree up to a point, but I understand what you're saying, but
How to disagree strongly.
with all due respect, I completely disagree. I'm afraid I can't agree with you on that one.
How to be objective.
If we look at the situation objectively, the facts of the matter are these.
How to concede.
I take your point. In that case, I withdraw my objection.
How to manage disagreement.
Let's discuss this outside the meeting. Can I suggest a compromise on this?
How to agree to disagree.
Let's agree to differ. I'm afraid we have to agree to disagree on this one.
Okay, the next listening. This is the sample of conversation. Listen carefully.
Track 42.
Ask to intervene.
Yes, of course. What did you want to say?
Thank. Say you want to say something about budgeting for air travel.
But we've already discussed that.
Stop Sarah's interruption and make your point. People can video conference rather than have face-to-face meetings.
That's a good point.
Say your main point is air travel costs must come down.
I agree with you.
Say you have finished your intervention.
Model conversation.
Could I come in here?
Yes, of course. What did you want to say?
Thanks. I just wanted to say something about budgeting for air travel.
But we've already discussed that.
Hold on, Sarah. What I wanted to say is people can video conference rather than have face-to-face meetings.
That's a good point.
My main point is air travel costs must come down.
I agree with you.
That's all I wanted to say.
Okay, what did you want to say? Asking for opinion. That's a good point. This is respond for opinion. I agree with you. This is the expression agree. The next listening. You are in a meeting to discuss the progress of a new management information system. Jenny is sure with system C1. You disagree. Follow the instruction, then listen to the model conversation.
Track 45.
Can we all agree on the German management system?
Say you have no objection to the quality, but you have a strong objection to the price. Ask if Jenny can find a cheaper option.
No, quality comes at a price.
Agree up to a point, but insist that equally good local options exist, and they are cheaper.
Is there a cheaper option with the same quality?
Explain it is important to look at the situation objectively. There are 3 facts to consider: quality, service, and price. Ask whether Jenny has negotiated the best price.
Yes, I have. I don't know why you're objecting.
Suggest a compromise. Get quotes on management information systems from 3 suppliers, local and foreign, and see which is best.
I'm sorry, I think that's a waste of time.
Say you will have to agree to differ.
Model conversation.
Can we all agree on the German management system?
I have no objection to the quality, but I have a strong objection to the price. It's too expensive. Can you find a cheaper option?
No, quality comes at a price.
I agree, up to a point, but there are equally good local options, and they're cheaper.
Is there a cheaper option with the same quality?
If we look at the situation objectively, the facts of the matter are these. We need excellent quality, good service, and a good price. Have you negotiated the best price?
Yes, I have. I don't know why you're objecting.
Can I suggest a compromise? Get quotes from 3 suppliers, including local as well as foreign ones, and let's see which is best.
I'm sorry, I think that's a waste of time.
Well, I'm afraid we'll have to agree to differ on this one.
Okay, the example. Agree, disagree, and suggestion.
Okay, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. See you in the next video. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. you.